Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody has a great day. It's very early. Never been a morning person. But such is life. So, just wanted to come on do a short video. One of the things that have been lingering in my head lately is, happiness. Everybody has their own definition of it. Um, you have people's definition, and then you have society's definition of it. And in my point of view, I think society has more defined happiness as the things that you obtain, things that you can buy. And they always say money can't buy happiness. Well, to some people, they really do think that, oh, I have all this money and I can buy anything I want, but we all know it's not going to make you happy. And then we have happiness based off of other people's opinion of us. And one thing I have to say about when people have other opinions about you, especially if they don't know you, I always say, you can take that opinion, write it down, and you can stick it up where. Because at the end of the day, nobody's opinion matters more than what you think of yourself. And I believe that a lot of times when it comes to happiness is that we can never look for it on the outside. We can look for additional happiness on the outside, but happiness really does come within. As they say, happiness is an inside job. And I think these days, with how the world is, people are very content or complacent with temporary happiness, and that's only going to get you but so far. Then you have to start digging a little deeper and finding out what truly makes you happy. And I believe that when we have a lot of past hurt, whether it's family or friends in general, that hurt will kind of hinder our happiness in the inside from coming out. It's an unresolved issue that we fail to deal with, so we are delaying our true happiness from coming from the inside and being seen on the outside. So I truly believe that if you deal with the hurt that you do not talk about, even if you don't go to a therapist, a psychiatrist, I always tell people, get a journal. A journal's not going to talk bad to you, but you will feel some type of relief knowing that you got that out. And once you begin that healing process, then you can start to find out what your true happiness is. A lot of people depend on their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their husband, their wife, to define their happiness. And really, you shouldn't let anybody define your happiness except you. What makes sense in your mind, and use your common sense, something that is lacking these days. I always say that common sense is like deodorant. Everybody should put it on, but most don't. Or two, common sense is a superpower. I'm really starting to believe that, because you know exactly what I'm talking about when you look around and be like, okay, why they do that? But to each his own, judgment-free zone. But happiness should be something that you rediscover every single day. We are all given, we are all given another chance to get it right in a new day like today. So really sit back and think about it. Like, what truly makes you happy? Not what you base your happiness off what your parents do or your siblings do or your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, children, whoever. How do you define your happiness? A lot of things that we learn is a learned behavior. So we will tend to mimic what we think happiness is based off the people that we surround ourselves with. Whether it's you have positive people or negative people around you, we tend to mirror and reflect, okay, well, that makes them happy. Let me try and see if it's going to make me happy. Whereas you should be like, okay, what works for them works for them. It may not work for me. People give advice. It may work for you. It may not. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a tentative ear to what other people are expressing to you. Just like, when you're in church and you're hearing a sermon, some of the sermon may apply to you, some of it may not. But it does not mean disregard the parts that don't ring a bell or trigger you to think. Just hear everything out. And sometimes in a message, the whole thing, like a sentence, may not apply to every part of you, but there are certain instances, there are certain parts in that sentence will mean something to you. Just like the word love. Love means different things to different people. Some people are better at expressing it. Some people are better off at saying it. Some people have that magical ability to do both. And when you can do both, it's a great thing because it backs up how you feel and what you say, because body language never lies. You can do all this all you want, but if your body is saying something different, guess what? It's what your body is telling you, which is going to be the truth. So when it comes to just overall happiness, you have to be really honest with yourself. Question the friendship, question the relationship, question the marriage. Is it making you happy? If not, you are not a tree. You can make the changes that you need to make in order to be happy. Like I said, do not rely on the other people's opinions of what they deem happiness is, because it may be something totally different for you. If it is different for you, make sure it's a positive one. Because as you can see in the world, like I stated before, everybody is kind of mirroring everybody else. They're just kind of just falling in line. They are assimilating, because that's something that we tend to mirror a lot. With happiness, make your own path. Use your own mind. Use your own level of discernment and listen to your spirit, because your spirit's going to know what's going to make you happy and what's not. Some people are very single and are very happy being by themselves. And it's not about them just being by themselves. They have reached a whole nother level of comfortability within themselves to be happy where they are. Now, if something comes along that's an additional to their happiness and they're no longer single, that is great. But if you're with somebody because you don't want to be alone and you want to experience happiness, guess what? You're not ready for that relationship, and you really need to have a relationship with you first. Find out what makes you happy, not what everybody else thinks. That's what it boils down to. And remember to be good to yourself. We are our own worst critic, and we can become our own worst critic when it comes to having that level of confusion of how to define happiness for ourselves. And remember to be kind to others, because you never know what people are going through. And let alone just a smile can brighten somebody's day. So I'm going to end it here. I hope everybody has a great day. Don't let nothing kill your vibe. And always be kind. Be kind, be kind, be kind. Don't be that person. Be kind. Smile. Be grateful for everything that you have. And remember to always to live life positive. Do it with a smile. And let no one steal your joy. Everybody, love, peace, and hair grace. And have a good day.